Hey there, everybody. This is Greg Hills, once again, your hippy dippy counselor coming from cold Michigan. Yes, I'm sitting in the car, but I am not driving. A little safety disclaimer there. Today's segment, I want to focus on a couple of questions that has to do with how your behavior matters to others. I know that in previous segments I've talked about how getting or seeking recovery is a personal decision. It's up to you, and I wasn't real concerned about what other people thought or felt. However, those opinions of the people that we interact with and love are extremely relevant, but the decision to change the course or direction of one's life ultimately will be your own. Prior to making that decision, however, there are a lot of things that come to bear. Many times, when I encounter somebody in the counseling situation, it'll be at the behest of a judge, a probation officer, a loved one, a doctor, an employer, or even someone's child or children. The question I'd like to ask now is, whose opinion matters to you most, and why? If you were to become a better or healthier person, who is it that you would like to be able to see this? Chances are it's somebody who is directly affected by your behavior or somebody who has loved you the most. Some of the most effective interventions that I've seen for chemically dependent people, whether it's in the residential setting or in the outpatient setting, is when the person starts to understand that their behavior and their self-destructiveness is not really an expression of love, or at least not expressing love in the way that they are most capable. One of the most important things that I realized early in my recovery is that I didn't really know what love was. I had sort of a theoretical knowledge of it, and I think that I experienced feelings that were attached to love, but to be consistently loving is something that emanates from self-respect, self-care, and self-love. In my own recovery of the last 30 years, this ability to express love as it emanates from self-love has come in stages, and it's certainly been a learning curve that has had many peaks and valleys. I think it's the learning to be more loving is the proof in the pudding, and the thing that makes us more attractive to other people, the thing that makes us more interested in other people, and the thing that makes the world a much sweeter place. There's a quote from an author, his name is Sheldon Kopp, and he wrote a book called "If You See the Buddha on the Road, Kill Him," or something like that. I think it was from the 70s. And the basic gist of the book is that you don't need a teacher or a Buddha to tell you what's already inside of you. It's all there. You're already there. You've arrived, you just don't know it yet. And there's a quote from the book, and I'm going to paraphrase it because I may quote it slightly incorrectly, which says, "If you have a hero, look again. You have diminished yourself in some way." So that's the last question I'm going to leave you with. If you find that you have someone that you admire or really want to emulate, take a look at how it is that you compare yourself to them, and chances are you're diminishing yourself somehow. One of the things I really love about being in the world is that there's only one of me and there's 7 billion other me's out there right now. And those other me's are examples on how to be or not be, and I'm free to learn from them. They're doing field research too, and I can be an example for them as well. And we're all just fish in this big fish bowl. There's an ancient Hindu concept referred to as Indra's net. And I'll probably put it rather crudely, but what it has to do with is every conscious being is a jewel. And in the web or the net of the universe, we are all jewels in this web or net. And every jewel reflects every other facet and aspect of every other jewel. And so we are all reflective of one another in some shape or fashion. There's no getting around it. It's a rather glorious thing when you think about it. I hope this helps.